Hello guys, anyone? Anyone in the chat? I can see 3 people. 3 people. 3 people. Let me know if the music is too loud or too low, whatever. I think it's the first time I have music on, I can't remember. So it's, yeah, let me know. And I think there's like, I'm taking requests, Random Box, for sure. You can just let me know. And I will do my best to, yeah, I'll give you my opinion for sure. No problem. Again, with the music, let me know, is it too loud? Or can you hear it at all? I don't know. I don't know. It's a different filter. I need a different filter. I think there's like 30 seconds delay or so, so that's why sometimes I don't, even though we have written, I don't see it until, so. Hello to the new guys. Yes, I do take requests, just like Random Box said here in the chat. So if you have anything, let me know. API, API, yeah, I know that one. It's been a very long time since I've been looking into that Stockfish. So that's, let's keep the Heikin-Ashi candles on. API. Oh, it's only 30 million. It's not a big company, but maybe let's keep the Heikin-Ashi candles on. I think they are quite interesting to have on there. Or is it better to do like this? What do you want, Heikin-Ashi candles or standard candles? I mean, it's up to you. Sometimes the Heikin-Ashi gives you a better view of the trend, and maybe it's better to see on the stream. I don't know. But definitely, straight off the bat here, we had the false breakout here of API. That's not ideal, so should be a bit cautious here, to be honest. Just that fake out. We had that long channel here, so it tried to break out, and clearly it couldn't. And now we're back below again. But yeah, definitely. I mean, we're still making some higher highs and higher lows, but they are, yeah, not the best looking. Euroi, PBR. Again, I don't know the company, but definitely just needs to regain that. We can maybe do the daily stuff here. Let's see how it does in the daily. You can clearly see the breakout here. Attempt a lot of retesting, deep retests, and then ultimately it broke down. However, there's one trend line that where I think actually that is, you know, the one to get through here, right here and now. That one right there. That is the one to break in the short term, and then we need to get back above before we can say, all right, we're kind of bullish here again. Do we have one? But we do. I mean, it looks like we have, you know, a full 1 to 5 wave down here. So again, I think it's doing a decent job here to break out, to be honest. But yeah, there it is. That's how I would frame this setup here. So let's say we break to the upside and then get back above, then hugely bullish. We are kind of squeezing here. Not the best of the best setup, but still, that's how I would look at it here. Just note then that when you have a false breakout to the upside, you can often go and visit the lower side. Again, I don't think that will happen. That's like a 60-70% drop here. I don't think that's plausible, but again, you never know. But for now, it seems like a controlled movement here for the past, what's that, 2 months or so. So my take is that when we break there, you take out the gold and you take out the blue, both like the blue pennant here, it should be ready to run. So getting above, let's call it roughly 0.22. I think we're good to go for API. And the good thing is, to me, let's say we break here and we start to curl, the stop loss can easily be placed, you know, somewhere below the maximum stop loss at, let's call it 0.19, and the upside is tremendous. You can even trade this one, getting it back to here to the triangle high. So you're getting, if you want to trade it, I don't know, or long term, whatever, but still, you have, let's say we enter there. There it is. So what's the risk reward here? It is 3. Again, you can also move it up below the retest, so you get a better ratio, but that means you could get stopped out. But that's how I would play that one. API. ISVLF. Hello, Gypsy Tree. Hello. Impact. I think I've seen that a long damn time ago. Holy smokes, it got killed. You look at that resistance. Boom, boom, boom. And ever since, it has been smoked. How did it react when we came down to here? Did it do anything? No, not really. We had a bit of a... Yeah, okay. Really, when you saw this one here, I know in hindsight everything is easy to see, right? But definitely when we got that kind of breakdown here, that is usually a decent sign that this one is not going to hold. Again, it can be difficult. Same thing as over here, you had that head and shoulders topping pattern there, and then you broke down, and then let's see if we ran the target. Oh, well, how did it go? We can take it there to there. So we came, not in the first go. We did actually have a huge retest there, but we didn't manage to get the target later on. But okay. Okay, but where are we looking at it now? I do think that this move here is insanely overdone. Again, it's tough to say still. It's only what is it, $25 million company. So, but I still think we have an easy trend line roughly here, depending on how you want to add it in. And then let's see how the lower side is. Yep, there it is. That is your channel. I do think if we add it make it as a channel here, I think we can get some decent, yeah, it's not too bad. It is not too bad. Something like this. Quickly drawn, by the way. So it's not perfect, but still, I like it. And there it is. That's the channel. You can also see the midpoint. The splitter here is getting respected sometimes here. But again, as long as we're here, inside this one here, you basically don't do anything. If you want to buy, you can buy. If we, for some reason, you know, make a huge drop here and get to the lower side, that will be a perfect buy in my view. Also, we have these lows over here. Maybe we can add it more like a rectangle. We can do like this. That is your support and resistance zone here. So ideally, for this one to become really bullish, you know, for the next few months here, I want to see really getting back above. Even though this cluster here is very messy, I want to get back above the channel and that green support and resistance, and then I want to see a confirmation, and then we want to go higher. That's actually what I want to see here again. It's a very messy decline, to be honest. even though there are still, you know, some formations here that, but again, not the best of the best. And how much have it lost already? Wow, roughly 90%. Jesus smokes, that's a lot. Again, if you, I do believe that gold and silver will have an amazing 2024. That's been on record for quite some time. Again, buying a stock like this when it's down 90%, I mean, at least you're not FOMOing in. So I mean, it's not a bad idea if you have the thesis that gold and silver will go higher. But again, you should be prepared to have more downside. But again, yeah. If you want to play it safe, I would just wait to confirm some sort of retest of that 0.16 level or so, give or take. Getting above the yellow channel and confirm that level, that is now support. That would give actually a better risk reward entry there. So that is my take on that one. PBR, I like PBR for sure. It's fantastic. PMR, that's incorrect. PBR, there it is. Going to the weekly. Again, I only have one trend line here, more or less, and let's just remove that, go away. But to me, this one looks, again, this is heavily related to oil. Obviously, it's an oil company, and if we can look at oil just in a few minutes here. But again, we are trying to break out there from that big zone here. You can even maybe squeeze it down to here, makes more sense. So 16, 17 is a big zone to get through. And if I remember correctly, you have the trend line coming across here, which is hugely important. We can go to the monthly, maybe that gives us a better view. You can see here how it's interacting with that trend line. And we have broken out again here. And yeah, we just need to clear these wicks over here, but definitely looks really good. To me, this is a great hold for 2 years, 3 years time. You collect roughly 20% and in dividends per year, but also the upside here to me looks very promising. We are at 13 now. Roughly 20, 16, 17, excuse me. Again, when we clear this one here, I think we can actually go well into these highs, within a few years time, really. So I'm a huge fan of PB. I have it myself. I bought it 2 times in the past, I don't know, 3 months or so, for the dividend portfolio, and I think the entry is decent. So yeah, that's my take on it. And also, if you look at, we can look at oil here, what it did today. Basically, this is a new sheet, so I have no lines on it here. But basically, we broke the trend line here, and also today we actually confirmed that breakout here of that triangle that was formed after we broke the trend line. So I think oil here could easily get into the 80s before we see any decent pullbacks here for oil. That to me is really good. And remember, these are Heikin-Ashi candles, though a breakout on this type of candle is way more valid than a standard candle because it takes in the average of the prior day. I think it is, and then so when you have a breakout, it's more the average price that you get. But yeah, PBR, I like it very much. Also posted many charts on Twitter, so I think it's a great investment. Also Brazil overall, I like very, very much. No doubt about it. The chart looks absolutely fantastic for this decade. Really, looks really good. EUROI, let's look at EUROI. Let's see where we are in time. Again, I have no lines, so I have to redo them. But anyways, looking at it straight off the bat here, to me the downtrend is over. There it is, and you have the floor here. We did get a bit of a scare over here, but again, clear the false breakdown and then back in, retesting, resume. And ever since, we have just made a tiny bull flag here, and now we're just going higher. To me, this is overall bullish, no matter how you look at it, until proven otherwise. That's my thing that I use often here. You've just broken out of a bull flag. Again, you can see it on the daily. Again, we're actually having a tinier bull flag, so hopefully this will Hopefully it takes a bit longer and then we go higher, but definitely Euro here looks, together with the overall uranium sector, looks fantastic. Looks fantastic. Yeah, what else to mention here? Again, I do think also that if this is wave 1 here, usually we have 5 waves. So wave 1 there, wave 2 correction, and then wave 3 should take us, you know, way into the double digits if this is the true count, right? So a pole flag and a pole. Obviously there are many resistances on the way. The big one is always when you have a triangle that gets broken, the big resistance is always that high right there. So when we get there, if we get there, I would expect some sort of pullback, and then we can obviously go higher, no doubt. But still, usually when people trade this triangle here, the people with the max greed or the longer term holds for that trade exits there. So but again, overall, I like the chart here again. Bull flag, tiny bull flag in the making. Higher highs, higher lows. I mean, just you can even add in a moving average, a 30 weekly moving average, simple there. We can just add it in just to see the trend, even though we know it's up. We want to make it yellow. By the way, my never mind. There it is. So you can see here again. Oops, excuse me. How about the music? Can you hear it? Is it too high, too low? I haven't heard any complaints, so I guess it's fine. Otherwise, let me know. So this is the 30 weekly, and if we were to bull flag here, while this coming up, that's just an amazing entry. I would give it like an 80% chance of blasting higher with the trend there. So a bit, it is very stretched here to the 30 weekly. So maybe you need some time to rest here for the next few weeks, and then. Hello, Eli Monsieur. I think I butchered that one. I'm sorry. BP. Is that oil or what is it? Well, holy shit, that's a big company. That must be oil, right? Yeah. Pays a dividend? 8%. Wow, okay. I might add this one here. Thank you. I will add this one to my... go to the weekly, but anyways, it's funny, right? The COVID lows, boop, right at the previous high there, beautiful. Bit of it's definitely in a weekly downtrend as we speak. The reason why I'm saying that is the uptrend, higher highs and higher lows, and then you start to see lower highs and lower lows. So yeah, the daily might be good. Yeah, exactly. The daily seems okay. I'm just trying to see if I can find any. It's not my favorite type of setup here, to be honest. I'm just seeing if there is anything that makes sense here. Then we go pretty deep. That doesn't make sense. If oil is about to go here, this might be. What I'm looking at here is we have this kind of rounding to the downside. I'm always a bit, I wouldn't say worried, but I'm confused when I see these kind of, rounding formations there. I don't know exactly what to do with them. So, yeah, but we really want to see, do we have a horizontal level that we can use? Maybe we have something here. I think it would be ideal if it can hold this kind of zone. It's not perfect, but there's definitely some interactions here. So hopefully it can hold here. But to me, I don't see any great setups. That is for sure. Maybe we have one trend line here. That's pretty good actually, to be honest. Again, if we start to see it here, let's go to the daily. Maybe we can do some timing here. So if we can get back above, let's call it 180. 180 maybe, and then we can I would do something like this. Yep, that's perfect. That's perfect. You can see it there. And now we're just actually testing it here. Are we above? No, not really. But I think if we can get back in that blue formation and then maybe just hold it, then that's a very good sign. That's all I can say. So getting back above and stay there for like a few days. Again, we still have pressure from the weeklies coming down. So, but again, message chart. I don't know how to trade these. That's not what I do really. So, okay. Anyone else? Anyone? I hope that's okay, Eli. That's just my take here. That could be some sort of weird bull flag here with a scare false breakdown. But bit weird. Glencore, sure. Glencore. Let's see. Yeah, it looks a bit sketchy. Glencore, that is metal energy, agriculture. Okay, that's a lot of stuff going on there. Holy smokes. Okay, it looks a bit scary here, I will say. You can see there we are actually breaking down here. So that is a bit of a warning if you have it here. It looked quite good, to be honest, here with that, you know, huge move up, and now we're just breaking down here. Not ideal, that is for sure. So I will just have one trend line here, and we need to regain this one as quick as possible, and then we need to get back above here, something like this. That's how I would frame it there, roughly here, depending on how you can add it there, like that, something like this. Yep, there it is. This doesn't look good at all right now. I can see the post market we are actually back in, but still we want this to be a false breakdown here. If it is, then suddenly it looks fantastic, right? But for now you have to a gap down. Okay, fair enough. It has to get back in and then hold it and then show some strength right there. There are news. What's that? I don't know. Nothing. Okay. Just a bit of a warning here in my view. Again, if it's look for that false breakdown, and then you can actually get a pretty decent entry with a tight stop loss. What else do we have for you guys? And thank you for tuning in, by the way, and all the questions. I like it. I'll try to get through them here within the next half an hour, 40 minutes or so. I will see what I can do. Solaris, I have seen that before. Is that resources? Yeah, incorporate. Okay, what is that? Okay. Clearly, well, my view here, that was the big moment in time, right there. You know, the breakdown, and we couldn't hold it. You know, when we got back into the wedge, we couldn't hold it, and then we rolled over. Not the best looking. Clearly in a downtrend, no doubt about it here. Do we have? No, we don't. Okay. So definitely, it shouldn't have your interest at the moment. If you get some sort of huge spike, what do they do? Is it development project? I don't know. I don't know what sector it is. It's gold, minerals, properties. I don't know. It shouldn't have your interest right now here. If we get some sort of huge drop there, that could be the end of move, kind of, you know. And if you want to try to buy that, you can buy into it, but definitely I think it needs more clearance here, in my view. It's also this stuff here, you cannot make any formations from a move like this, right? So yeah, weird, but again, this one should be the warning again, and now we're rolling over again. The weekly, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So until that changes and we get about the 30 weekly, it shouldn't be on your radar unless you have a different strategy. I don't know. Of Scott's uranium last week, big names on 400 days left of this bull run. Maureen, that's a big question. Again, I don't know how long it will last. I think I will use the ratios to somehow try to time my exit from uranium as good as possible. Again, I will not hit the top by any means, but when I think it's overdone, and then I will exit. But 400 days left. That means we get into 2025 summer. No, not summer, spring. Maybe, I don't know. But again, a good indicator is always when you have the very small companies that basically has nothing to do with uranium other than a name. When they start to move vertical, I mean, then you should exit. PLG, Gypsy Tree once again here. Let's see. Again here, yeah, I have a pretty one. It's a one-liner chart in my view. There it is. That's all I can say. A one-liner chart right there. So again, we need to basically break that downtrend and get above, 1.20. But again, nothing. Quite simply, that's the only trend line you need basically. You also see here you're coming into the lows here. I want to connect them somewhat like this. So again, if you want to try and buy low, you can always buy that, roughly 0.887 give or take. If you want to be sure, you can wait for the breakout and some, horizontal level breakout confirmation, and then it should be ready to go. But this is still in a downtrend. Again, lower lows, lower highs, nothing new. But again, you can see whenever we get down here, buying here is not. I would much rather buy a stock like this than any stock that is just is very overvalued and people are just FOMOing and the FOMO kind of last move stuff here. I would much rather buy a stock here. Again, the contrarian view. But again, I would also not just. I wouldn't buy it blindly. I would still wait for some sort of confirmation or the breakout, whatever. I mean, I wouldn't just buy it here because you have no idea what's going to happen. So it's better to wait and have a plan. If this happens, I do this. If that happens, I will do X, Y, Z. But I think this will move. I think platinum and palladium most, but platinum needs to really get a good base above the 1K mark, maybe 1050, then CR Crew Energy. Let's see. Thank you for the question again, random box. What's that? Is that crude oil, natural gas? Okay. I would do something like this, to be honest. There it is. So again, in my view, this is always bullish. A nice move up and sideways action, it's always good. It's always good. You don't want to have a massive move up and then a huge move down and then you start to make a bear flag. That's a very bad indicator. So the chart is really decent. You also have the golden trend line here, breakout. There it is. Again, I wouldn't buy a breakout after we came all the way down from 0.14 and then we came into 3.6 and then buy that breakout. I think it was overdone at that point in time. Clearly it went on, to double from there, but again, I wouldn't buy a breakout like that. That's not mine. But anyways, I still think that look for some sort of formation here. Again, if we come up and have a third touch, that could be also an entry. But definitely this 4.2. It's funny, 4.2 or 4.20. It's just a level that is so important on many charts. If you look at it, you see it very often. 4.20. I know the number 4.20 or 42 is it's an important number in physics and so on. But just that 420. There's also a uranium chart that gets really bullish above 420. So that's amazing, really. But something like this, I would just see here again. Again, if we for some reason get all the way down here, that's a huge buy, getting down to 2.10. Roughly, huge buy in my view. That big retest of that golden trend line. Again, have a plan. If it happens, you will buy. You have done all the work by doing the analysis. And again, you maybe have 3 different scenarios. If we get down to here, I will buy. If we have the breakout, I will buy the breakout. Or if I get a third touch there, I might buy here and have obviously a stop below, and then we can maybe go higher. But for now, this is a bullish setup for this stock here. But the thing is, if you start to get down here, you should be very worried that you could actually have quite a... There's a lot of room to run here, 420 down to roughly 210. So you do also have a bit of a horizontal right there. There's some support there, but yeah. But I think it's good that you have a stock that has moved many 1000% and you're just going sideways. That's always a good sign. Again, nothing is certain, but I like it. I like it. Devon, DVN, from Clifton. Energy, I think it's energy correction. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's see where we will add with this one here. Okay, I really fancy this chart. As you know, if you have seen if you have been following me for at least for some time, you know that every time we get a breakout of what I call a golden trend line, right here, this is what defines the big ceiling. And you have a breakout, and you have some sort of bullish sideways to down consolidation into the retest. I love buying a retest like this. Again, also, I want to show you here. I actually really fancy this chart, so this is quite nice. You also have 1, 2. If you get down to here, you will have a third spike lower low. That's usually a very good entry, very good. And then you have the top of the wedge right here. There it is. I actually this is actually quite nice. I will add this one to my energy list right there. Thank you. That's nice. That's really good. Again here with the 3 spikes low, right? So again, this is basically an Elliott wave, 1 to 5 Elliott wave count. So yeah, and I would see this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you might have a last move here. How high can you go? I think you could go to the all-time highs, something like that. That could be. It could be it. But Elliott waves, again, it's not my thing. So Random Box, I just saw your post there. 420 is the American policy code, police code for marijuana. That's nice. That's nice. I love it. I like this. That breakout, slowly pennant down into the retest. What do we do here again? I think we buy if we get down to the retest, or if we don't get there, we buy the breakout. Maybe not buy the breakout. Maybe you need a bit more time sideways there, but still, the big number one option, buy the damn retest at roughly 38. Again, my opinion, you do as you may. Again, stops should obviously be placed in a proper. But again, I think this move here is starting to get a bit overdone. But stop losses is very important, very important. You don't want to, even though you think it will go higher, you don't want to have like 2 years worth of, just sitting in pain from like 42 again. You see, 42. Goddammit, no. But anyways, going down, to, let's say, I don't know how low we can go here. Maybe we have maybe we could go down here. I don't know. Yeah, makes sense like that. Let's say we go all the way down to here, to below 30. You don't want to sit in this one for like a year. It's better to just get out, and then you can always re-enter. If you're missing 5%, whatever, it doesn't matter. You don't want to be a bag holder. It's not good for your mind or your health. Trust me, I've learned it the hard way. Well, not the hard way, but I usually always thought that I was right. Clearly, I wasn't right. PLG is actually one of those examples. So yeah. But you learn. That's the important thing. You need to learn from your mistakes. So. Lucas, hello. Thinking of making another entry for URNJ. URNJ is a bit more difficult compared to URA and URNM in my view to look at. But again, if URNM and URA starts to move here again, obviously URNJ will go higher. But let's look at URNJ. URNJ. Maybe we need the daily for this one here. Again, this is some old stuff here, but again, it actually still holds true. There are some trend lines on here that we haven't had on for some time here. There is one. And let's make it golden. There it is. We also have, remember there's one here, in an internal one. Yep, there it is. Make it smaller, dotted, there it is. But again, looking at it here, I'm not a fan of having these flags here and then break to the upside. I'm always a bit scared, you know, that we have a false breakout. I would much rather prefer, you know, a standard flag. Again, that's just preference. Many people like these. They have a good plan for those. I do not, to be honest. But again, it still looks quite all right here. We can go to the 1 hourly. I think that would be better. So you can see what's happening now is that we're basically testing that upsloping flag here from above 2 times now. So we need to get things going here very quickly, otherwise we could see more downside. But again, I still think that the move down here is somewhat controlled, and by controlled meaning it's not a, you know, a snapback. It's just a slow grind within some sort of, you know, bull flag or an ABC correction. So I think it's still okay. I think more reasonable we should go to the URNM. I think that should be your benchmark for, and this is what I mean by a controlled pullback. I want to show you again very quickly. Add it there, okay, and then we have roughly this one right there. So again, we have broken out, beautiful stuff again, exactly. And if you break out and you have, you know, if you undo all this stuff here in like 2 candles, boom boom, all the way down, let's say we do like this, the momentum is suddenly very strong. And usually, of course, the retest can hold, but more often, I wouldn't say more often than not, but definitely the short-term momentum here is often a fake out, and then you roll over, and then you should be very scared. But to me, for now, at least, you can see here, it's very controlled, downsloping. Blue channel right there. So to me, I'm not afraid by any means at the moment. If we just slide here, very often you just go to the upside right there. This is just, you know, all the momentum chasers here needs to get out of the trade, and then when you have reset it all, usually by the retest of the highs or the previous breakout, then that's usually when you start to see it curl back up again. So I'm still all good with uranium here. No biggie. So we will see what happens when and if we get down to that 51.7 high. Also, I will note that we have actually, yes, we have closed the gap here. There it is. Again, that could be as long as we go. You know, we won't go further. But again, I would like to have the retest of the highs, the 2021 highs, the retest here. I would prefer that, just to confirm the breakout 100%, and then we can do whatever we need to do. So yeah. Anything else to add here? No, I have some weirdo lines here. I don't know, for some reason I have that. You know, the take here, that was the big play. And we turned very bullish, you know, late summer 2023. Very bullish, and it was first until here, 3 weeks ago, when people or Twitter got, you know, insanely hyped. But again, it has already run, what, 50%, so beautiful. And again, I also think it helps if we have oil here starts to get into the 80s. That's also a big help for uranium, obviously, because they're both related to energy. So I like that. Still a bit early here, but definitely some good signs here, short term, for oil, for good old oil. Okay. Brandon Bruce, wow, thank you for that. What's it called? The super $5. Thank you very, very much. I'm highly appreciated, actually. That's it means a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, I just lost the 1 second here. I just lost my chat. No, where did it go? 1 second here. Where did it go? 1 second, guys. I just somehow minimized the chat. That wasn't ideal. How the hell do I do that? Can I swear? No? Can I swear? I don't know. This is not good, guys. I have... Where the bloody hell? Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, I think I'll do something different. I will do something different. I think I need to go here, and then I need to, can I see this? I need to do like this. I'm just watching my own beautiful stream, and then we do like this. But thank you, Brandon. Highly appreciated. Very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's just, you didn't have to do that, but again, thank you very much. Can't hear any music. Okay, let's just shut it down. For some reason it doesn't work. I don't know. Weird. I hope that's okay, Lucas. Again, I'm still very bullish on uranium. I need to see a lot more technical damage before I'm getting, you know, a bit of a short-term, half a year worried. Half a year might be long, but 3 months. But anyways, still looks really good to me. To me it does. Jimmy Butler here. MPLX. I have no idea what it is, to be honest. So. Oil company with nice dividend. Okay, I like it. Yeah. 9%. Okay. I wouldn't be a buyer here. I wouldn't, if I had a good position, I wouldn't sell, but I would not be a buyer for one reason only. We're coming into some stiff resistance right here, if you can see that. Let's go to the Heikin Ashi monthly. It's a long chart, so now let's stay on the weekly. Let's stay on the weekly. You can see here, just getting into that. What is that? Let's call it 40. I think you will see some resistance there. We are at 37 now, into the 40s there. Again, buying into a move like this, that's not how I do it by any means. If we get up to the 40s and we, for some reason, get some sort of both like below or some sort of, there's no big retraces here, but anyways, if we have to correct and then get back above 40, then I'm very interested. But for now, I think the juice is not there, even though the dividends is good. I wouldn't enter at by any means right here, right now. Maybe there was a tiny entry somewhere around here, but then again, it's just maybe there were. But again, if you have a position, please, by all means, collect the dividends and expect, you know, a bit of a possibility of a bump down at the $40 level, in my view. But again, when and if we clear that, you know, we can easily go way higher for this one here. Again, if oil goes higher as well, that will also be a tailwind. Gypsy Tree Mara. Well, Mara. I actually think, you know, my good friend Borak did a fantastic trade on that stock, if I remember correctly. So I think that's a false breakout. No, it's too low and doesn't make any sense. Okay. I think we have right there. Let's make it blue for a neckline, and this is what I'm seeing here. We're getting below the neckline again, not ideal. However, the 30 weekly is still coming up, and you could still be making higher highs and higher lows here. So I wouldn't rule it out, but if this head and shoulders are to come into play again, getting above the neckline, you can have a decent size upside right there still. But ideally, when you have a breakout of a neckline, you have the pits there, you have the breakout, you want to have it to hold the neckline there. Because if you get back below, in theory, this inverted head and shoulders has been negated. I know some people are very strict, so when it breaks, it's over. But I like to see it still as you can still get back above, and then you need to do it somewhat quickly though, and then you can still run the target. But definitely you want to see that level hold. But again, we are still in an uptrend for now. So anything else we can see, or we can see from this chart here in the long term? Just notice, this looks like it could be some sort of, again, we could easily, it didn't connect here, but you know what I'm trying to show you. Again, the downtrend, and then we're breaking here, so so this is a bit of what I mean when you have a massive move up, you're going down hugely, and then you bear flag, and then you come into the retest, and then the momentum is very strong, and often it doesn't hold. You would much rather have, that controlled kind of move in, and then you go higher. Does it look like some sort of what happened there? Why did it just suddenly? I don't know. Maybe some news. I don't know. But again, there's no entry for my taste here. Ideally, again, the retest here should by all means be bought. But again, you need to have the stops below, because it will probably do some sort of retest here, and then we will see what happens. Again, I love when the chart respects very important lines. So the retesting. So I still think we can go back here, retest the $19 level, and then we will see what happens right here. Case to Loma. I can assure you I haven't seen that before. Case to Loma. I don't know if I can find it really. On Argentina. Case to Loma. I don't think I can find this one. Case, did I misspell it? I misspelled it. Oh, maybe, okay. I don't know. I don't think I can find that one. Sorry, John Marsh. FWC. Is that whatever? Oh, that's a messy chart right here. Okay, I have already seen what I needed to see. Bit of history here again. Coming back to here. What you can see here, the breakout, and then you have that coiling into the retesting, beautiful breakout. A very big warning here, in my view, is this bear flag. Huge move down. You can also note again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave count. And now we're in a bear flag right here. Something like that. That is not the prettiest look of them all, really. Right there. That's not the best. So this is, in my view, a warning here that actually we could have a further leg down here for this stock. What is that? What is this? I can't see it, but anyways. Again, if it starts to crack down here, we can see if we will hit that trend line there. Oh. That is perfection. That is actually perfection. In my view, again, my honest opinion, if we get that full move of the bear flag down to there, I mean, yep, you know what to do, I guess. That's really good. That's really, really good. Perfect measured move into a massive support. I like that very much. Very, very much. But again, that means that we could go from 1.11 down to 0.7. Yikes. Again, I don't know if that will happen, but the plan should be to buy that test or that move into that support, and it is also a perfect 100% measured move from this pole, bear flag pole. So beautiful. Power metal on, I assume it's this one. Yeah, it is. Oh, that's messy as I cannot swear. I would say simply we need to get above there before any. You can see it's trying here, really getting above that 0.9. Until we get above here, in my view, it's no bueno. But it's definitely, I think it will break above there, to be honest. But again, give it time. And again, so getting above and stay there. Again, it doesn't matter if you miss something. You can buy the break, obviously, but where would you place the stop here? Down here? No, that doesn't make any sense. So I would see the break and then hopefully a confirmed retest. That's just my take. If we had a scenario where it would start to, how can I draw this? Instead of going so deep, if it did like that, you know, like a bull flag below or just coiling here, then I would buy the break more easily because the stop is a bit more clear. You don't want to go from 0.9 down to 0.6. That's just my opinion. Do we have a channel there? I do think we have a channel here if my eyes are almost to perfection. Almost to perfection. I like it when they are perfect. So it actually annoys me that we didn't quite get the move all the way down there. That's, I don't know, that's just me. We came down to 0.5 and it would have been perfect if we went down to 0.48. Yeah, it's just me, I guess. That's just me. Small company? Yeah, very small. Very small. Again, with these small companies, it's even more important to have stop losses because they can wreck you very quickly in a week or two. So, TNR Gold. TNR Gold. Let's see what we have here. Monthly chart. Okay. I guess this is the one. No. I will use this one here on a monthly. You want to see the monthly? Oh, okay. Okay. Again here one. Oh, again here one. How the hell? 1, 2, 3 spikes. That's good to see. And what, in my view, what you should be looking at is something like this, very quickly drawn, not perfect here, and then you have the lower coming in there. So this is a pattern with a triangle with a flat top and a rising bottom. Usually these breaks to the upside roughly 70% of the time. That's my estimate, and 30% to the downside, obviously. So yeah, that's how I would look at it here. Maybe you could change it a bit if you're into that, and you could do like this. Again, so it's almost a flat top, and but again, the trade is the same really. You need to get above here, that high, so roughly 0.075. But again, this is a very small, 10 million. Again, you can't. It's very difficult to place a stop here. If let's say we break here, and usually you want to have a stop below the previous low before the break. That's at least often how I do it. But again, you can see here the break is at 0.075, and the stop would be below 0.0. Yeah, so roughly that 33% below. But again, that's the name of the game with a nano cap or a micro here. Again, the upside is also very good. We can actually do the measured move. How high do we think this could go? I would do something quickly like this, and then depending on which one you would add it to, or on the break. But let's make it conservative. If we were to get a full move here, maybe that's a bit too aggressive here. Do we have any good levels? Maybe I would do something like this very quickly here, like that instead. I think that's a big enough resistance that when we get there, I think that we should see some pullbacks. We can add in a long here. Let's see if the trade makes sense. So we're getting long there, and then we're getting stopped out somewhere around here. So we have a 3-to-1 ratio. Yeah. One other thing you could do, if you want to play it a bit more, the risk reward is better. If we get down to here, you can buy, right? And you will have a stop somewhere, let's say around there maybe. Again, you have a higher risk of falling through here, but the risk reward is somewhat better. Again, you can play it differently. But the big takeaway is to always have a stop loss, even though it's placed incorrectly. I place them incorrectly all the time as well. But you need to protect yourself because you're not wrong. You're not correct all the time. That's just my take. Good. Let's see here. We have Quid Pro. I need to do Quid Pro if I remember pronounce it correctly because I've seen him on Twitter many times. NRP. What's that? That is Natural Resources. I think it's this one. I guess it is. Let's see. Okay, straight off the bat, should you be a buyer here? Absolutely not. I mean, my honest opinion, nope. Way too stretched for my take. But what could we see here again? I think there's still there should be some more room to run here, like 30%. But again, it's very stretched, so the moves can be valid. But definitely, the next big resistance is here, no doubt. But again, yeah, what a run, Jesus, that's insane. That's just insane. But again, how would you play this one here? Could you? It's very difficult to get in. At least the way I enter stuff here. Maybe the only entry I would get based on what I do is something like up here. That's maybe where I would get in. I don't see any big, maybe something here, but again, that's not how I usually set it up. Yeah, difficult. Again, with the stop loss here, again, you can see it right there. Once it broke that one, that's just game over. Game over. Very often. Again, have a stop loss. I cannot say it's so important to have a stop loss. Again, even though if it isn't placed the perfect place or whatever, it's just so important. Again, we could buy here. If we think it goes up to there, fine. But again, if we're wrong, where to place the stop loss, really, you need to, I don't know, place it below here maybe. And then you have a one-to-one trade more or less. Or you want to go down here, but then you're in the negative. So again, if you want to trade this, just wait for these pullbacks, and then maybe you can get the last move higher. But again, that's not how I do it. I know many people do, and they are very good at it. Maybe I should learn it or be a bit more convenient. But again, I don't know. Link, Gypsy Tree, Chainlink. Oh, okay. I know the chart. I know the chart. I know it. I actually had a setup here for the downside on this stock here. On this, it's not a stock, but you know what I mean. There it is. What I actually saw was a inverted cup handle, but clearly that was negated. I even posted it, and also here I was very excited, but clearly that was not a breakdown there. Maybe this could be some sort of accumulation. Maybe. But again, a big move up here, and now we have sideways action. So if it goes sideways here while you're having the 30 weekly coming up here, that's usually a move higher. Usually, obviously. Yeah. Let's go. The daily doesn't give us any better. Well, it's not the prettiest of them all, that's for sure. We have something like a expanding formation right there. Not to say that it is, that it is not bullish, but again, they're a bit more difficult to play in my view. But again, 30 weekly coming up, and we are a sideways price action after a huge move, and that's always something to be very, very, very interested into. Oh, IPI, let's see that one. Random box. Let's check it out. That's the potash kind of thing, right? Yeah, magnesium. Yeah, okay. Okay. Not the prettiest of them all, to be honest. I'm just trying to see if anything makes sense here. Do we have a... Okay, maybe we have... Yeah. Yes. Okay, now I like it. Again, you know, the golden trend line, I use it very often just to define... I don't know how to explain it. That's just my comfort zone. When I have this on... When I have a golden trend line that is very well defined, I'm usually more safe or secure in what I'm trying to look at here. And in this case, we are trying to hold the big retest. That's a massive, holy smokes. How far did we go? 90%, okay, that must hurt. We're still making a little bit of a higher low there, maybe. It's not the most sexy setup, the sexy move down here, but definitely want to watch in my view. I think this could become very interested within the next, I don't know, quarter or so, maybe a bit more, depending on how it resolves here. Very interesting, actually. I will actually add it as well. I'll just put it into energy for now. This is kind of like, not quite the same, but what oil does here. The only thing oil had was a more well-defined downsloping line here where they touched and then they... But other than that, okay. But that's quite sexy. The touch there from that, it goes back to what, 15 years? That's very good. That's promising, for sure. Nice. Thank you for that one, Random. I like it. Again, Brandon, I just saw, I came to your comment again here. Thank you for the $5. Amazing. Thank you very much. I mean, highly appreciate it. Highly appreciate it. Eli, again, NTR. Didn't we do that? Or is it just my memory that is very bad? No, we didn't. Nutrien. Okay. Okay. Again, the first thing I'm looking at on more or less every chart is I want to look for that golden trend line, and it is very clear here. Maybe you need to add it up to here, there a bit, maybe, but roughly in this zone here you have the golden trend line. Also, I will say this: we do have, if that is some sort of, we don't know the length of the wave 5 here, but definitely I will say watch it here and see how it acts, and excuse me. But definitely I think we are closer to the bottom here than the top. Again, it will get confirmed if we get back above, but definitely this one, I think the entry will take at least half a year before we can say that we have broken the downtrend. Yes, we can break out here, but there will be some pullbacks after the breakout. So I think within half a year, I think there could be some great entry in this stock here. For sure. But it's also down, I don't know how much. Yeah, 50. Okay, Jesus. Do we have any horizontal? I want to show you here as well. You need to play with the stop loss. That is why you need to play with that stop loss. Breakdown, retest, goodbye. Do we have any horizontal lines here? Not really, but what a move. Holy bananas, that's beautiful. Wow. Just trying to see if we can find any. Yeah, definitely look forward here what happens here for the next quarter, maybe 2 quarters. It could get very interested when we get into March, April, maybe a bit before, but yeah, nice one. Random box GLDK. I have seen his super chat again. It's again amazing. Thank you very, very, very much. GLDK, GLDG, excuse me. Gold Mining Inc. Oh, that's called up as a, okay. Again, you have it there. Not perfection, but still. I don't know why, but it annoys me that it doesn't align up perfectly. I don't know. That's just me, I guess. But still very valid. Is my chat broken here? Or is it just me? Is it broken? No. Can you please try to type something in the chat, because I don't think it's updating here at my side. That's pretty annoying, because I'm using the YouTube right now. That's very... Please do just type 1 or something. I don't care. Something. I don't know. Yeah, I actually had a smaller internal squeeze right here. Not the perfect bottom, but the top is very, very well defined here. Is it a big company? Oh, 141. Okay, it works fine. Thank you. It does work. I just thought for some reason it didn't. So. Boom, boom, boom. It's not the most pretty of them all, but definitely that was beautiful. I like the move up here, but also the drop down is just, man. It's not the prettiest of them all. Do we have a channel there? Yeah, I will say so. That makes sense. I think this is how I would frame it here. We have a lot of stuff going on here, but that's not important. We have a tiny squeeze, which broke to the upside. That's always a good sign. The pullback here is a bit deep to my taste. Going back up there again, okay. But again, this is the main channel, the one right there. So in theory, everything in there is just noise. If you, for some reason, have a huge move, a collapse down here, down to roughly 150, again, I think that should be seen as the last touch, more or less, in that channel. But again, it's a bit messy, to be honest. The symmetry is not good for me. But again, this channel here is insanely well defined. And yeah. Well, also look at that squeeze right there. Wow, beautiful. Okay. You can see it is very much well defined, actually. So you can buy the lower side or you can buy the breakout. That's 2 options you have in my view. And again, if gold does what I think it will, cool. Very good. Okay, let's see. We will do, I think, 5 minutes more. Then we have covered some great charts and EXK. I know that one. I know Endeavor. But it's been a while since I've been looking at it. Oh my god, it's just been wrecked. Okay, we will do some extremes here for sure. Again, have a plan. Do we think that it could go all the way down to there? Maybe, who knows? If it does, huge buying opportunity. I mean, what more do you want really? Do we get there? I have no idea. I don't think so. But if it does, you should have a plan. I will say this also, we are very stretched at the moment. And it has just gone, down for like ever. Maybe it's there, but anyways, also not the perfect one. Can we find anything here? I want to see if it adds up to there. Okay, that's not the prettiest. You can see here it didn't hold that golden trend line right there. How does it look on the on the daily here, what happened there? Okay, so we broke down, retested it here, and now we're rolling over again. Okay. I will say this though. Okay, maybe I will do that one to there. Yep, false breakout, good. Bit of a false breakout here. You can see it got confirmed there again, so that this blue line is very valid in my book. Let's see how it acts. Can we actually copy it? No, not perfectly. Not perfectly. So again, that low to there. Let's see, there it is. It doesn't make any, it's very weird, but still it is valid. I always prefer to have a bull flag or a bottom side that goes in like that. The expanding ones is a bit meh, but I think again, if we get down to here, then that's it should be valid. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 touches more or less, so it is still okay. Messy chart, but again, I'm very confident that we are way close to the bottom here than the top for this stock. You can also see here, ever since July, it has basically just gone down. But the first thing, if we can regain that golden trend line right here, and the golden one is the top from 2011, 16, then you have breakout here, retesting of golden trend line, and now we're coming in again. We actually held here quite a bit and then we went lower. If we can get it back above, that's ideal. That's actually very important to get back above that bullish. So flip it, now it's resistance, we want to flip it as support. Do we have anything coming from the, oh, excuse me, do we have anything coming from the lower side? Maybe we have if we leave out the COVID madness there, maybe we have a bottom there. Yeah, okay. Is that a gap? No? Do we have a gap over here? We actually do. Again, gaps, some people say they don't care, and some say it's very, very important to have every single gap closed. Let's see how it aligns up here. Let's make it red just so we can see the difference. We have a gap right here. Okay. Okay, I think together with the gap, maybe if we get down to the green one here at 150, that could actually be the final move down. Again, it's very difficult to catch, you know, a falling knife, but again, how low can it go really? Again, with the gold and silver, I think that will do very good. So yeah, messy chart, very difficult. I think there are better ones, but again, buying here, in my view, again, I think where gold and silver will go in 2024 and also 2025. I mean, buying a gold stock after it has dropped 80%, I mean, at least you're not FOMOing in, right? So, like the people up here, you can see their clear rising wedge right there. Game over. So, I would much rather buy down here than into a rising wedge like this, which most people do, by the way. So, let's take the last question. I think, do we have anyone who hasn't? Hecla? Should we do Hecla last? We can do Loma. I have no idea what Loma is, so I will. I'm intrigued. Is it on the this one? It said Argentina. We will do it. Oh, that's messy. What is it? Is it agriculture? What is it? Cement. Okay, cement. Again, if we have that recession that everyone is talking about, cement might not be the best. But again, the chart is pretty damn well defined. There it is for you. That's how I would look at it. That's how I'd look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks complete. The wave looks complete. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. Go away. Ah. I'm getting tired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you can count as a 6, but again, it is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Anyways, the triangle is insanely well defined, and what I like about it is more or less the perfection of the wicks into that triangle. Beautiful. So in my view, if you can get a break, that's really good. Note that we have a gap here. That's always, not always, very often when you complete the gap or you close it, that's when you see some selling. You can see the same thing over here. Obviously that gap down here, you cannot do anything on the gap down, obviously, but I don't know if it could have been a split. So I don't know. How long what did we go down from? 12 down to, no, it's not a split, I don't think. But anyways, focus on that triangle right there and do what you have to do if you want to get in. But again, recession or not, yeah. We will do Hecla last for Gypsy Tree. There it is. Okay, last, the absolute last. Oh, I have something here. What the hell? Let's get it goes. Yeah, I think this is a one-liner chart, really. I like them, actually. We can do LHX quickly also, because this is very quickly. I think this is what I call a one-liner chart. And what basically that is more or less something in this vicinity right here, roughly like that. Then you can, I think it will need a copy. So we have a rail, yeah, something like this. Hecla. Okay. So I think we just need to adjust. That's a big word for this one here. It goes back like a billion years. So, but again, we want to get above this golden rail right here. We did actually try to break out here in 2021, but clearly couldn't. And then we see here what's happening here, messy all over. It's very difficult to see the weekly. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that makes sense. We at least have a very important level coming across here. So 3.55 or 3.5 is very important. I'm just playing with the levels here. There you have an inverted head and you have a head and shoulders. Did we reach that target? Oops, there it is. Yep, so you can actually see that. Again, it has nothing to do with the overall view. That head and shoulders, the target was met to perfection. Retesting. So again, I would say the first step will be to get above the head shoulder retest pivots right there. That is the first short-term kind of view that I have. Again, head, shoulder, retest, perfectly connected. That is what we need to take out here, in my view. Before any bullish, I wouldn't even call it bullish, but that's just a step one. Yeah. But man, it's funny. This big company, 2.5 billion, and it just has basically gone sideways for 20 years. Even, I mean, that's just amazing. Yeah, amazing. Difficult job to do. I think there are better plays. I would just wait to that big break, in my honest opinion, unless you get something very clean, like you get the breakout and you just have a very tight bull flag or a setup that is insanely well defined, where you can place your stop below and you can actually make a huge run with a great risk reward. But again, I think there are way better plays in my view. Last one, Rose Bucket LHX. Is it this one? I guess. I hope. The weekly. Wow, it has come. Holy smokes, we need to go to the monthly. Wow. Again, would I be a buyer here? Absolutely not. But let's see how this is adding up. And then you have that angle there. Okay. I'm just drawing here. I think for the first time, if I'm looking back again, this, I want to draw it actually, makes better sense. Makes better, that one there, you know, bullish consolidation. Yes, we had that huge dip in the 90, just what is that, the 90s, yeah, and then again somewhat bullish, and now we have the first kind of topping pattern here. Again, it's not confirmed, but definitely this is the first time, how I see it actually, on a monthly chart, that we have a bigger overall maybe topping pattern here for this stock. I'm not saying that it is, but again, if you look at it, I think that should be somewhat clear. To me at least, that's the first time we have a big topping pattern. Yeah, I knew it. Do we connect these highs there as well? I just want to see the top here. How does that add in? Okay, if we are a bit tricky right there. Yeah, it has been an amazing run, really. Holy smokes. Again, not saying that it can't go higher. You know, very often, if the momentum is strong enough, Head and Shoulders can get invalidated easily. If we were to do like this, you can maybe say that is also when we break here. I mean, then that should also leave some momentum to the upside there. So still very early. But let's see how that plays out. But man, imagining being in one of these stocks here for this long, that's just crazy. Patience, again, it's also difficult to sit through, what is it, the pullbacks, 60%, 60%. Yeah, that's difficult to do. Okay, I think that is all. Again, thank you to, where is it? There you are, Brandon Bruss, for the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Highly appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you all had a great time. At least I did. And we did spend more than 1 hour. That's kind of the, I always planned for like a certain amount of time, and I always used like the double. But again, I love doing this stuff here, so it doesn't really matter at all. Guys, thank you very much for tuning back in. And yeah, any final words? I have no idea. Again, streaming is funny. It's different. Yeah, guys, have a great weekend. Oh, it's Friday tomorrow, so you need one more day. But anyways, I will do the weekly closes for gold and silver, uranium tomorrow. And then I'm brewing on something interesting, I think, I hope. If it makes sense to me, I will make a video that we haven't seen before. Not a spectacular thing, but I think, yeah, I think it could be good to get a different view, to be honest. But let's see, I need to prepare it. I need to get a bit more charts into it. And yeah, we will see. We will see what will happen. Guys, sleep tight. I will go to sleep. It's midnight here. So thank you very much, guys. Cheers. Bye.